ADHD or traits in general, even if there's not a formal diagnosis, I just tend to click better with those individuals. It tends to be a more automatic fit there in the room. Not that I can't click with individuals who are very neurotypical, that's all right. The culture that is going to always be so integral into how you understand yourself and the people around you, how you interact, and the messages from your world and how you learn to adapt in your culture is going to be very different depending on your family, your race, your sexuality, your religion. And so I want to be in a position where I can listen humbly, and I am always pursuing learning more on how you experience the world so that I'm not just imposing one way of understanding your trauma and then having like one right way of reprocessing that. I think is super important. Generally, just anyone, couples or individuals who are willing to engage and give compassion to and then challenge their most vulnerable feelings. Because it's tough work. It's loving work for yourself, but it is hard. And so acknowledging that that's a part of the process is really helpful from the get-go. And then getting more specific. I really have a passion for working with complex traumas, dissociation, personality disorders. Yeah, I mean, I think people assume that you get one pill and then it's all good and you're fine, and not realizing how far-reaching that has impacted your life, likely with relationships, impulse control, likely having more of a hard time being able to manage just different activities throughout your life. So we can work through time management, some organizational skills, communication, and this can also create some sensitivities in your life, in relationships and in work, which can be hard to navigate, and love to be able to provide some education and compassion. First, just getting to know your story is really important. I don't need to know the nitty-grittiest details. If you don't want that, that's okay. We can go nice and slow, and just to where you're able to be heard. Some of these stories, it's the first time that you're sharing them, or it's the 1000th time. And no matter what, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that you know that it's valued and that there's a safe space whenever you're ready for that. And then after we've kind of in the middle of that process too, or wherever we're ready for some more challenging of that, I want us to be able to identify patterns that we've seen. What messages were we getting? What were we learning? Whether it was said or we were just actively absorbing it, even if it was unspoken. Did you feel loved? Did you feel responsible for the people around you? Did you feel empowered to make your own decisions, or did you not feel like you had a voice or a choice? Did you feel respected? And so kind of learning these themes, or what we might call like schemas, and that kind of helps us know, how have you processed yourself, people around you, the world around you. It's really common, even if you don't meet full criteria for dissociation, like the derealization or depersonalization. This can show up with PTSD pretty frequently, and people might not even recognize that that's what's happening, as a way of, oh, my body doesn't feel safe right now, and so my body's going to protect me, and I might not feel very present. I might feel outside of my body or trapped in my body, and whatever's happening around me, I don't have to be present to experience that fear or that trigger, or a very active threat too. And so it's kind of an amazing thing that our body does. And so even though it's hard, and now when we're wanting to get out of that survival mode, and trust that we are safe, it's still doing that. But one of my favorite things to do with clients is first be like, okay, can we thank our body for what it's been doing for us. I know that's hard and it's confusing, especially now when it's impacting functional living. That's really tough, but being able to understand and give compassion towards how our brain and body has been doing the work for us and caring. I would say advocacy is really important to me. So if you want someone who is both doing work in and outside of the session, that is something that I'm constantly trying to improve on and be active. I have a corgi, so if you like dogs, sometimes in telehealth sessions, he might pop up. Um, Otherwise, I also love feedback. So if you don't like what we're doing, or if you want something a little different to the best of my ability within who I still am, I try to accommodate that. If you like homework or don't like homework, we can switch that up, whatever you need or want.